What's up, guys? This is Timmy B from the OG, and I promised I was well, we had a bit of a little kink in the hose of our plans for today. Austin was not able to join me today for Free Comic Book Day, but I went with my family, and Lordy B, we got quite a haul. Along with, of course, we went to Three Alarm Comics in D'Iberville, and we also went to Jackson in Biloxi, and both places were amazing. We had just a great time. They really went out of their way to make things really fun, really easy for us. But let's start off with a free comic book haul that we had, and it was quite a haul. Three Alarm had basically had three tiers, had three racks, and you get to pick one free comic from each rack. However, when we got to Jack's, they were got to the point where the big event was over and they were just trying to get rid of them, so we got to pick like one of each. So we got the gamut of a lot of free comics that was being given out today. So we got to run the gamut. We got really a really good deal, along with like spending like $100 on some other things that we've been wanting to get for a while. But outside of that, I mean, we made out like bandits today. And also with this vid, along with showing you the haul that we had for the free comics, I'm going to unwrap what I would like to call a three alarm grab bag. You walk in. This is anytime you walk in, you give them $10 or $40, and you get like six of these things. And it is like this right here. I have no idea what's in it. It's a grab bag, mystery box, or whatever. It's literally like I'm about to do this like an unboxing vid. So we kind of got that going on. So let's go ahead and go with some of my favorites from the day. Uh, I love this guy, the Tick, just amazing. The Patrick Warburton series. It was a shame that it ended the way it did. And I'll tell you, like right here, the first page, right there. You see that? Where she's cutting the cake. Think of the children, people. I know you're not invited to the party, but if they hand you a piece of cake, think of the children. They're going to get fat. Help them out. Spread the wealth. Eat the cake. Love it. It was great. Think of the children. Steam Wars Strike Leader. I don't know too much about this, but I want to get into it. I got a lot of comics today that I want to actually get into and actually read a lot. So Autumn is a big fan of Ninja Turtles. She got like every Ninja Turtles comic she could at Three Alarm. Of course, Healthy CBLDF Defend Comics. Of course, Secret Empire. Peter Parker also featuring Spider-Man. Of course, you got Captain America on there. Uh, a lot of these I've never even heard of, but you get them because they're free. Keiser So's. Of course, who hasn't heard of Rick and Morty? Free comic book day. Yes, Rick and Morty has a comic book and you don't get it, for shame. Um, Kid Savage. I don't know anything about these guys. Now, keep in mind, I'm a recent convert to comics. I read a lot of Justice League when I was a kid, and in high school, but I kind of fell out with the comic world. So I'm doing a lot of catch up. My wife is a huge comic book nerd and loves them, and I am, and she's got me back into it. And so I've been making an effort, kind of taking a list of what exactly I want to get back into, what I'm willing to spend my money on, and today's a really good day to figure that out and yeah, just partake of just free comics. Of course, who doesn't love Doctor Who? Except I'm not exactly a big fan of Peter Capaldi, but the other three in this, Eccleston, Tennant, and Smith, that was a really good series when they were on it. I don't think I gave Capaldi a fair enough chance, but that's neither here nor there. We'll take it out. My wife got Attack on Titan. She is a huge fan of this show. I will definitely be giving it a shot. And of course, I found this copy of Valerian, which will be coming to theaters July 21st, 2017. I want to give that a shot too. It's like so many of these, I'm like looking, it's like, okay, if I like this enough, I'm going to continue the franchise. And this would be a great introduction to your friends who are nervous about figuring out what they want to spend their money on and what they want to start. Take them to a comic book shop on free comic book day. Let them walk out with 5 or 6 comics and let them read it. And when they get into it, they get into it. And before you know it, they're hooked. And next thing you know, they're going to need rehab. They're going to be broke because they spent their money on comics. Like my wife is probably like one step away from it, but we're not going to talk about that. She's sitting right there, just so you know. Oh, I love you too, honey. She just flipped me off. It's like she's blowing me a kiss. Um, oh, and another thing, a really, 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 really awesome part of Free Comic Book Day was that we, at 3 Alarm, they had local artists who were comic book drawers themselves. And one of them, by the name of John Dell, drew this for my little girl. Look at that. I mean, the detail. And he drew that in like about 15 minutes, I would wager. At least 15 minutes. I took a video of it that I want to post sometime. And here is a exclusive sketchbook from 3 Alarm, which has basically all of the artists that were featured today. I want to see if I can't. The guy that drew the Groot drew this. Look at that. That is incredible. That is what he drew, honey. That is absolutely incredible. Mitch Bird, who is a fledgling artist, he has a Kickstarter going out. I didn't really get a chance to talk with him that much, but he's got that going on. Yeah, we're blessed with a lot of amazing talent here on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Just I didn't know we had that big of a scene down here, and I'm like, we even had they even had like a few cosplayers that were there. I'll have to figure out how to edit the video I took of that because there are some things that were there, some fan art that wasn't exactly, I say, kid friendly, but we'll figure all that out. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and this is called the Mirror Broken series, which is basically an alternate um, universe of the Next Generation. Think like the original series of Mirror Mirror, where you see the Federation or mirroring the Klingon and the Romulan empires. There's a like a hierarchy that's based on combat. You take command if you can somehow kill the captain. Just really barbaric. And I mean, look at this. Jean-Luc Picard, muscle bound, shirtless, short sleeve. Deanna Troy, all nice and sultry and evil. And Data, look at Data. I mean, he's almost like a full-fledged Borg right there. This is freaking awesome. I am definitely going to get into this series. I am a diehard Trekkie, love it, all of it, all the cool stuff associated. They lost me around Enterprise. I never could get into that series, but everything up until Voyager, loved it, all of it. So we have here uh, Exo Man of War. I don't know anything about this series, but I want to figure it out. It's so good. A lot of this stuff I've never even heard of, like this guy, Captain Canuck. I don't know anything about it, but I want to check it out. It's like year one, book one of three. So if I like it, I might just get the other two. So it's pretty freaking awesome. We've already gone through that. And of course, who doesn't like Guardians of the Galaxy? Right there. Oh, man. Just really, really excited about this one. I want to see what's all in this. And then of course you have this one for kids, colorful monsters. Don't sit there and say comic books are for adults and teenagers. They are for kids too. And you don't just have to buy them the Disney stuff. They got some really good stuff for kids and a lot of, yeah, I mean, even Disney stuff. Look, I grew up on Disney Adventures, and it's a lot of comic strips that are just the same thing. Um, some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course, Autumn rated just about everyone she could find. And then something else for kids. Yeah, here Animal Jam. I don't know anything about it, but it looks kid friendly. God help me if it's not. Let's see here. Oh, and a couple of the ones that we actually bought today that I just could not yet. Everyone who knows me knows I read this guy, Deadpool the Duck. It's not exactly the best storyline in the world. It's not exactly like, made for like intricate writing and all, just like, you know, tight plot line or stuff like that. You read this because it is Deadpool as a duck and he's killing people as a duck. It's like adorable but deadly. Love it. And then, of course, my wife gets the brand new launching, a new series of Guardians of the Galaxy. She will not be the only one reading this. I will be. But okay, now that we got that over, we're going to dig into this grab bag. This is what I said earlier in the show. It's the 3-alarm grab bag. That's what I call it. They call it something else up there, but I don't know. I might just rename the entire rack. They might love it. I went ahead and plugged the YouTube channel as many people as I possibly could here. So we probably jumped up about 2 or 3 subscribers today just because they got on their phones the moment I told them and they just clicked the subscribe button. So we're about to dig into this grab bag and see what they got. And look at this. All right. It's like Christmas all over again. It's like you go $10 and you get Christmas, except it's not exactly festive wrapping. Gods of War 2, Civil War. Check that out. Is this even Marvel? Is this like I don't know much about it. It almost seems like Captain America or whatever. I'll check the resident comic expert. It's Marvel, but it's not exactly. I'm thinking Captain America Civil War. Check out Ultra Girl. Who remembers this? Like, wow. This brings you back. Superman Doomed. Right there. You'd be surprised what you get out of this. Some of the stuff you've never even heard of, or even think that they've actually gone so far to try and do it. Um, it's just a grab bag. You can't help it. Like, check this out, Sons of Anarchy. That is freaking tight. I didn't even know there was a comic. What?
They're facing the old gods like Hercules.
Oh, so basically it's like the wars in Olympus. They're facing the old gods, Hercules, war on the Greek gods. Here we got here the Savage Hawkman. Check that out. And according to my wife, some of these might even be autographed. Like she heard of a individual who found a Mark Hamill
I believe it was
autograph.
Mark Hamill. I believe it was.
Yeah, it was a
But
Mark.
there are autographs in some of the grab bags.
Exactly. You never know. It's like buying a pack of baseball cards and pulling out and getting the hot hand is what they call it. Like where you get that card that's worth like more than like 2 or 3 of those packs put together, and you might just find a casing for it right away because that thing is going to be worth even more down the line. So let's see what we have here. Platypus versus monkey. What in the world is this?
Let me see.
The drawing looks amazing.
I'm curious.
Like, look at this right here. I mean, just look at that. That's pretty freaking cool. Really good drawing in that. I like that. John Burns' Next Men. Check that out. And I'll go tell you right now, I mean, it's obvious I am no expert when it comes to comics. I have no idea how much these are actually worth individually. Definitely have to find out, maybe get a few graded and see what they're like. I have a couple of friends that'll help out. Let's see here. Metabots. Don't know anything about this. Looks pretty cool. Looks very kid friendly. You know anything about that?
No.
I apologize. This weather's been wreaking havoc on my sinuses, so I've been having a case of the sniffles. It's the
It's like a Japanese comic.
Oh, okay, like a manga.
Well, it's not like a manga, but like with the Attack on Titan, sometimes they go to comic book form, like actual movie comics.
Ah, okay. The expert there on the side. Legion of Superheroes. Check that out. That's some old stuff right there. What year is this? November 13th, 1990. You want to talk about classic.
This is from '99.
Metabots is from 99. All right. The Blade of Kumori. Wow, this looks pretty cool. Very much Japanese, if you can't tell. Very much anime. I'll let the expert take a look at that. I'm not even an anime guy. I wish I was, but I'm not. Journey into Mystery, Fear Itself. We looking at a Marvel. Let's see. When was this
I wouldn't say
published?
it's anime, but it definitely has Japanese influence.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, not anime, but it's definitely Japanese
Because there's
influenced.
samurai in it. Like you open the first page and there's samurai.
Samurai right there, front page. Oh, first page. Wow. Uh, right here, let's take a look at that. Journey into Mystery, Fear Itself. It is a Marvel comic, and I have no idea what I'm looking at when I look into it. Very fantasy driven. I see elves. Um, very interesting artwork in here. I like it a lot. It's like a cheap knockoff of Conan the Barbarian, except little smoother around the edges. Conan is very notorious for having that rough, rugged look about it, and it almost reminds me of that, except it's a little they smooth out the edges a little bit. Here, what we have is a September 1992 edition of Superman. Check that out. I mean, you want to see how old these comics are? They're advertising like NES games back here. Like, look at this. Who remembers this game? Like, you're talking like the Mountie, Sid Justice, Jake the Snake Roberts, Macho Man Randy Savage, featured on a WWF game. And this is definitely NES and Game Boy. That just goes to show how old a lot of these are. Yeah, like I said, it's 1992. What do you expect, right? Here, what we have here. Whoa. Wish I could find a date on this, but basically, a Spider Man Punisher collaboration. I mean, this is also pretty freaking old, too, because you have another NES game advertised on the back. Looks like Iron Man 63, 93, something like that. Really cool. Here we have 2011 Nightmaster Masters of Monsters of Rock. This is never heard of this before. Like like I said, if you want an introduction and it's not free comic book day, just fork out $10, get you a 3 alarm grab bag. These are freaking awesome. The Horns of Rhino. This is what day is this? Shoot. I mean, look at this. It just screams old school. Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man, The Horns of the Rhino. Uh, pardon me. Kiss Me Satan Dog Pile. This is weird. Don't know anything about this. So weird. What in the world? I see. Like this is my first time seeing them, so it's kind of like you get that experience out of it. Like Zero Girl. Like what is this? What is this? Like help me out, expert. X-Men the movie exclusive Toys R Us offers inside.
I have that.
Wow. Huh?
I have that one.
Listen to that right there. Oh, wow. Let's see here. How old is this? How old is this? No, June 30th, 1982, The New Adventures of Superboy. Dude, dude. Yes. See what this one is. December 1991 edition of The Fastest Man Alive, The Flash. You didn't see that, did you? Like, yeah. Even the comics fast. Yeah. The Uncanny X-Men. Let's see when this was done. Oh, this is September 2016, so this is much newer than what we've seen before. And let's see here. World War Hulk. This was this even looks recent, but I'm trying to find the exact date. October 2007. It's just like any other book that's published. Just flip a few pages, like at the front page, to see all the publication info. Um, if it's not up front, like this one, this is July the 10th. It doesn't have the year. 1994. X Men.
I saw Lion King.
Huh?
Open the page.
Oh wow! Look at this. It's advertising the Lion King. Like that was one of the most kick-ass movies Disney's ever put out. And then an much older edition of EXO Man of War, February 1996. Right there. And that is the 3 alarm grab bag. All of this goodness for $10. Some of this I've heard of. Most of this I've never even heard of in my life, and I would have never found out had it not been for 3 Alarm Comics and just going in and just spending $10 on just whatever. They just throw it in. It's a regular grab bag, and it's amazing. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Watch the vid, give us a comment below, check us out on Facebook, subscribe to the channel if you like it, and share. Tell your friends about us. Let us know what you would like to hear, and also check us out every week. We post a new episode every Friday with the three of us just basically going back and forth on what we like. And eventually, I would like to see us just throw out a debate question, just argue the whole time. But eventually we'll get to that point. But let us know what you would like to hear. I mean, you're the subscribers, you're our audience. By all means, give us a like, give us a comment below, and stay geeky, guys. Be good.